Welcome to ranking every Incredibles game. We're going to start by the very first game that existed, or at least I think it is, the Incredibles PlayStation 2 version. And this one was the most anticipated by me, because I played this one when I was a kid, and yeah, I remember it being super fun. And when I came back, the first stages were actually super fun, but then later in the game it gets a little bit repetitive and like the same scenery. The boss fights aren't the best. And the game had inverted controls, which for me is sin, bro. So for nostalgia and like the first stages, I would put an S tier, but the other stages were like a B to a C tier, so I'm gonna place this one as an A tier, okay? So it's a good game. If you go revisit, you're probably gonna enjoy it. The first few hours is probably gonna be super fun. You can play as various characters. You can play as Mr. Incredible, Mrs. Incredible, Dash, Violet. You can play like as a little ball as well. And I think those are the only characters. Yeah, those are the only characters. Which is basically the whole family. You can just play as Jack Jack. Now we have the Incredibles for the Game Boy Advance. It's a reimagination of the first game as well, of the first movie, should I say, for the Game Boy Advance. Actually, this one surprised me. It was very, very good. We can play as a bunch of characters as well, including Frozone, if I'm not mistaken. I'm probably showing gameplay of the game. It looks very good, even for today's standards, if I should say so myself. And obviously I played with an emulator, because if I didn't, how would I record gameplay, right? But like, it was super fun. And honestly, I'm out here like thinking if I should put this one in S tier. But I think I'm gonna put it A tier just because some of the faces were a little bit confusing. When we play as Mrs. Incredible, Elastic Girl, right? Her faces aren't the best, so I'm gonna put it at A tier just because of that. Otherwise, the game would actually be an S tier. It's top tier beat 'em up game. Next up, we have what some consider the sequel from the movie, because the movie took like what 17 years to release, something like that. And this one is the Incredible Rise of the Underminer for the PlayStation 2, and I think it's also for the Nintendo 64, I think. Maybe the Xbox as well. Not sure. I played the PlayStation 2 version, and honestly, this game was a lot of fun. I played it solo, but you can actually play it with a friend. Each of you will control either Frozone or Mr. Incredible, and it's more of a like simple game than the Incredibles. It's a more simple game than that, and just by that, I'm gonna put it at B tier. But I actually like the boss fight on this one better than the other one. But it was a fun game, super simple, quick. I think it took me like 2 to 3 hours to beat, and maybe if I played with somebody, I would actually put it at A tier, so I would recommend playing it with someone. It's always better, in my opinion. Next up, we have the same game, but the Nintendo DS version. And this one, it's worse than the Incredibles, for sure, but it's also fun at the same time. I think I'm gonna put it at B tier, and what this game is, it's actually just a beat 'em up, but it's more repetitive. The faces start to feel samey after a while. You can actually play with Frozone, and Frozone is actually a cool character to play with, but it's basically that. You can either play with Frozone or Miss Incredible. You actually gotta change between the characters to progress the face. That's cool. I don't know if you can play with somebody else, but I think you can. If you have another Nintendo DS with the same game, I think you can play the game with somebody else, but I'm not entirely sure. I played it alone, obviously, and it was fun, but it felt way more repetitive than Incredibles. But I think a B tier justifies that. This is the Game Boy Advance, basically the same thing. It looks a little bit better than the Nintendo DS version, but the levels felt a little bit more repetitive, a little bit more samey, not as like, didn't have that variety that this one has, and for that motive, I'm gonna put it at C tier. Up next, we have Rush, a Kinect adventure, or a Disney Pixar Kinect adventure, or something like that. Basically, this is a collection of from 6 Pixar movies. It's Incredibles, Cars, Toy Story, Finding Dory, and Ratatouille. Ratatouille. I'm actually just gonna evaluate the Incredibles version, and honestly, it was the weakest of them 6, so I'm gonna put it at D tier. It was actually very, very boring. It's short. You can actually play with a character that you create, that's kinda cool, but the powers is just super strength like Mr. Incredible, and I didn't think it was that great, especially compared to some of these other franchises that are included in the same game. Next up, we have Disney Infinity, and again, I'm only gonna evaluate the Incredibles part. I'm not gonna evaluate the whole game, and I actually haven't finished the whole game. I just finished the Incredibles part, and to be honest, it wasn't good. It was very repetitive. The missions felt samey. You basically talk to a person, they tell you to kill some enemies on the other side of the city. You go kill the enemies, come back, talk to another person. This time you gotta save someone on the other side of the city. You go there, defeat the enemy, save the person, come back, rinse and repeat. So for that reason, I'm gonna put a D tier. Actually, the game looks good. Like, it looks very good visually, but I don't know if I can put it at C tier and be at the same tier as this one. It's not like it's not worth it to play. I think if you have children, they would probably enjoy it, but I have 24 years in my face, man. I did not enjoy that one. And honestly, I do enjoy some children game. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, moving on. Next, we have Lego The Incredibles, and this one is the best out of the Incredible games, so I'm gonna put it at S tier. It was a very quick Lego game, but the faces felt so different from each other, and the family is a very cool family to be included in a Lego game because they have various abilities like super speed, you can stretch, super strength, protection, invisibility, you can fly if you play with Jack Jack, if I believe it. I actually don't remember. It's been a while since I played this one, but I think you can fly with Jack Jack. If you can't, you can fly with other characters like Syndrome, or there's a lot of other characters. Actually, there's a lot of other characters from other Disney movies, like you have Lightning McQueen in this game, so it was pretty cool. The city actually felt very cool to explore, and I think it was one of the most fun Lego games I ever played so far, alongside Lego Marvel Superheroes. That one was fun as well, but I think this one does take the cake as the most fun one. It's not the most inventive one, but it is the most fun one. I guess it's because it was super short. It was like 20 hours to get the plot, so imagine how short the story was. So okay, next up we're gonna have two games that I couldn't actually play. First one is Jack Jack Escape. This is like exclusive for a plane, so I wouldn't book I was not gonna book a plane to just play Jack Jack Escape. It looks fun. I wish I could play it. I couldn't get it, and it's gonna forever torment me. Maybe one day I can play it and I'll talk about it on this channel, maybe if I can. And the same goes for the Incredibles. I don't even remember the name. I can't really read it. I think it's When Danger Calls. I think that was the one. This is actually like a PC game, but I don't know. I found it, but I couldn't play it. Maybe I gotta do something. I don't know. I wanna play this one, and when I play it, maybe I'll include in this one video. I don't know. Moving on. Okay, next 6 games. I think there's 6. They're browser games, but they're official browser games. If you go to the Disney Games website, you can find the 6 games. And I'm always gonna play them if they're official, not fan-made. Fan-made I could play, but I wouldn't include it on a list like this. And this is gonna be a quick part because there's not much to talk about it. They're like 5 minutes, 15 minutes to finish. There's one that took me 15 minutes, but most of them are like 5 minutes to finish. The first one is Catch Dash. You basically play as Elastic Girl, and you just gotta catch Dash. He's running to the classroom. I think it was a classroom, and you basically gotta click on him. It was super simple. Did not have fun with this one. So D tier. Next one is Thin Ice. You actually play a Frozen, obviously, and it's like a Subway Surfers kind of game, but it was actually fun. But it was too short. It's just one level, so for that reason, I'm gonna put it at C tier. Okay, Know Your Strength. This is like, you know, when you guys are in like a classroom and you just wanna like throw a piece of paper to the bin. This is basically it. It was super simple. That's the whole game. It's not that it wasn't fun, but it's super simple, and it would be unfair to put it above these 2 games. Okay, so like a D tier. Mega Memory is just a memory game, like card game memory games, and you just gotta find the correct cards, the correct pairs. There's actually a few levels, and like the last level was a little bit difficult, and for that reason I'm gonna put it at C tier because I actually enjoyed it. I liked that it was a little bit difficult, and it had like a timer, and it was super strict. I like that. Next up is Save the Day, and by far the best browser game. It's like a fighting Incredible games. It's only 3 phases, and for that reason I can only put it at B tier, but you fight the robot. How is the name? Omnidroid, I think it is, right? Omnidroid, you fight Syndrome, and you fight the Underminer. And it was pretty cool. I liked it. It was simple, obviously. It's a browser game, obviously. If I remember, I'm gonna leave the link in the description where you guys can play all of these games. They're like all in the same website, and there's more like from the Disney franchise if you want to play them. I haven't already. I will in the future because I do intend to make more of these videos. They're super fun to do, but it will take me a while because I don't like to play the same franchise back to back, so I usually take a little bit of time. It really depends on the length of the game. Moving on, next and last game is Top Trumps. This is a card game, and to be fair, it was trash to play on the browser, but I can imagine if you guys have the cards and you play against your friends, it could actually be a B tier game. It was fun, had a lot of characters, and yeah, that's basically it, bro. It's a card game. You have the abilities, you got to top one of another. Like, the game basically added the numbers, and the highest number won. It took me a while. This one took me like 15 minutes to win, because they usually will just play, when they're like few cards left, they would play the, you know, the best card, because you can't choose the card. It's random, and that's what I don't like in this game. That's why it's in D tier. It would be in C tier if I could actually choose the card. And that's it, guys. That's all the Incredible games. There's a few other versions, like there's a map in Minecraft from the Incredibles. I think they're included in Infinity 2.0 and 3.0, but I don't think there's like a whole world for them. I don't think. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, please let me know, and I will play the rest of the games, and maybe I'll create a short ranking it, okay? Maybe I will do it. If I actually play these two as well, I'll probably create a short just to update the ranking. But that's it. Thank you so much. Next week, we're gonna have, obviously, another backlog episode. It was gonna be this week, but it took me a little bit longer because there's more games to talk about, so I needed a little bit more to edit, and I have this video to do, so I said, I'll post it this week, so we have a video a week, and basically that's it, guys, okay? Bye!